I am here with Timothy Hutchinson, and he has written this incredible poem called To Name a Thing in this issue of Legacy Arts Magazine, which is issue 20. And Timothy, you're joining us from beautiful Hawaii, right?
Yes, Hilo Hawaii.
Yep.
Yeah.
It sounds amazing. You didn't see it anyway, whoever's watching this, but I just got a tour of kind of the house and his view, and it looks like paradise. But anyway, Timothy, I love this poem. And tell me a little bit about what inspired you to write it.
Well, it kind of started, believe it or not, with the Kavanaugh hearings, and I was watching, Dr. Buzzy Ford, in her interview, and I saw the kind of gut-wrenching quality of that interview, and I thought, well, what a heroic thing for her to do, to come forward, to put her career, her professional career, her risk, her welfare and her family's welfare on the line. I thought, well, that's really heroic, and it got me thinking. I kind of posted that on my Facebook, kind of, this idea of the long arc of history that Dr. Martin Luther King had mentioned, said that, how it bends towards justice. And I thought, well, it doesn't bend towards justice under gravity alone. It takes people like that that bend it. And I thought, about the word hero. And I thought, well, when I was growing up, hero was kind of narrowly applied. It was the heroic soldier. It was the fireman, somebody that's overcoming a perilous obstacle, and for the betterment of somebody else. And since then, that word has been applied up to me a lot to just pretty much any kind of challenge in life, whether it be, a horrific disease or whatever. And I thought, well, it's just kind of lost a lot of the meaning. But this idea of trying to do something for the betterment of others, I thought, well, there's lots that go on that people do for others that, you wouldn't call them heroic. But then I try to struggle for a word that would mean something like that. I know in other cultures, they have words like mensch in the Yiddish, and then I know in the Navajo, they have the sacred clowns. The clowns mean something different in their culture. But there's not this universal idea of somebody that just steps up without looking for any kind of credit or reward and does something kind to make society better. And that's kind of where I was looking for a word like that. And that's what started me on that poem.
I love it. And just a part of it. So he says, we need a new word, a word for the quiet people, the unsung people. And it goes on from there. But I love that idea that everyone has sort of their battle or their journey, and everyone is affecting others by, the decisions they make. And that's really interesting that the inspiration was, originally from those hearings.
Yeah. And that's kind of where it started from.
And sorry, I'm just looking at my question here. So do you think that there should be more attention kind of placed on, I think in the US, we focus a lot on sort of sensationalism, and the media is very focused on, more like, murders going on and mayhem and so on. Do you think we need to kind of switch our mindset to focusing on more of these, kind acts, I guess?
Well, I think part of it kind of goes back to our human nature isn't such that our better angels are forward. We have to kind of look for them, because the idea of, gossip isn't about the cherry on top. It's about the dirt.
Yep.
And so we're looking more for that sensational idea. I think the media kind of reflects that to some degree, but I also think, you know, if the media doesn't point out corruption, the corruption will not get fixed. If the media doesn't point out dangers or peril coming our way, we can't get out of the way. We can't get out of the way of the hurricane. We can't get out of the way of the, you know, of the violence or the issues that are before us. So I think informing the public is important. However, too, if you've noticed, a lot of times the news will end on this good note or this good story. And one of the things that I remember was these two children. They're of different races, and they're running towards each other. Their arms are flung out, open, ready for an embrace. And it made national news all around, and even here in local Hawaiian news, it was played and played and played again, because that embrace, that unabashed "I love you," and that innocence, that's where we want to be. That's what we want society to be, and it's not there yet. We're still mired in the corruption and but that's where we want to be, and that's why I think that struck a chord with all the news agencies around the country. And I think that's kind of, what kind of the poem is trying to drive to too, is that, we can make it better. We can do things better. We can try to be like those children,
Well, I love it. Make sure to check out this poem. It's called "To Name a Thing," and it's by Timothy Hutchinson in issue 20 of Legacy Arts Magazine. And read it very slowly and deliberately. And I love poetry because it's one of those things where you can read it once and it'll have some meaning, but then when you read it again, it has even more meaning. And at different times in your life, it can have different meaning. And so thank you for this incredible poem.
If you're interested in passing your non-financial assets like your wisdom, your values, and your beliefs to your family and leaving a great impact on the world, make sure to grab a free subscription to our online magazine. Go to legacyartsmagazine.com and you'll see it there. In every issue, we interview fascinating people about their legacies, from Fortune 500 CEOs to artists to philanthropic leaders to best-selling authors. We also offer tips, guidance, and strategies for developing an excellent legacy of your own.